See, I gotta be out of my head to touch you, and I gotta be out of my head to be still. See, I love you, but I don't like that. I leave, but then I come right back to you. So what is the point? I might as well sit there and roll me a joint or pour me a drink.
Hey guys, so as always, the first thing you want to do is start off with a clean canvas. And then I'm going in with this Henrickson True Serum, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over my face to prepare my skin for the makeup that's about to be applied. So now I'm going in with the new Urban Decay Naked Heat Palette. Gotta tell you guys, I've been absolutely loving this palette so far. So the first shade I'm starting off with is Sauced, and I'm going to use that as my base shade and to set the primer that I've already applied to my lid. Now going back into the Urban Decay Naked Heat Palette, I'm going in with the shade Cayenne, and I'm using my Sephora Pro Crease brush, which y'all already know I love this brush. And I'm just going to apply this shade as my transition shade. Now once again back into the palette, I'm actually going to mix two shades. I'm taking in Fuego. Did I say that right? In Fuego? Y'all help me out. And also He Devil. And I'm just going to use those two shades and apply them into the crease. And this is just going to warm up the eye look, make it a little bit more sultry. Y'all know I'm all about those really warm toned neutral eye looks, and these shades and this palette do not disappoint. So now I'm just taking a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to make sure to blend those shades together. You don't want any harsh lines with this look. So as always, you hear me say blending is definitely key. But now I'm going back into the Urban Decay palette, and I'm going to take this shade called Ashes. It's not a black. Y'all know how I feel about palettes that don't have a black. But luckily this shade is like a really deep eggplant purple type of color, and it's deep enough to go for the outer color in this look. So I'm not going to complain about not having a black, because thankfully it works. So I'm just going to apply that again in the outer V area, basically to just give a little bit more definition to the eye look. And I'm going in with this Nars matte concealer, and then I'm taking a really small detailed angle brush, and I'm just going to apply this concealer all over the lid. This is not going to be a cut crease look, but what I want to do is just make sure that the lid shade is really defined and it stands out. Y'all know I got really small lids, so I like to go in sometimes with concealer and just kind of carve out that lid area. I'm not going to take it all over. I still want that outer V shade to pop. So I'm just going to take it midway and then sort of just blend it out. And now going back into the palette, I'm going to mix two shades again. I'm taking the shade Lumber and the shade Scorched, and I'm just going to mix those together on my brush, and those are going to serve as my lid shade. So I'm just taking a really small brush, and I'm just going to pack those shades on top of that concealer. So again, it just makes the lid shade pop, and it doesn't necessarily hide from the rest of the eye look. So now, because I want to be extra, I'm going in with this Nephrite glitter. This one is in the shade Peachkini, and I'm just going to apply that on top of those shades. You don't have to do this step, but I feel like it just really made this eye look pop. So I'm just, again, taking that glitter and packing it on top of the lid shade. And then I'm going in with these Eyelure Vlogger Series lashes, and I'm just going to use my fingers and just apply that on top of my lash line. The only thing I don't like about these is that they flare out, but they don't really curve, and I have a curved eye shape, so you have to really kind of work with the lash. But once you get it adjusted to your eye, I think these eyelashes are gorgeous. And now I'm going in with my YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer, and I'm just going to apply that all over the face. This is a new item for me. It's not necessarily a new primer, but it's new to my makeup regimen. I have to tell you guys, I love how my foundation applies on top of this primer. It just goes on like butter, baby. Like butter. And now I'm just going to take this new Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the shade Medium Deep, one of their new loose finishing powders. And I'm just going to apply that on top of that primer to basically just kind of set the primer in place. This is a new thing that I'm doing. I didn't usually do this before, but I've been doing it lately. And again, I really love how my foundation applies. So now for foundation, I'm taking this Iman Luxury Concealing Foundation in the shade Earth 1, but I'm mixing it with the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation because it's a little dark for me. My summer tan is going away, so just mix those two foundations together and then just kind of buff them into my skin. So now I'm taking a damp beauty blender to blend out this concealer. The concealer that I'm using is the Nars concealer. So I'm just, again, taking a damp beauty blender and just blending that concealer out underneath the eye. And now I'm taking this cheap Kim K dupe. This is the Black Radiance Concealer Stick, and I'm just going to apply that all over the areas that I want to contour. And then I'm taking this Real Technique sculpting brush and I'm going to blend that out. So again, I showed you guys this in my last anti-haul video as a Kim Kardashian or a KKW contour product dupe. This one is less than $5. You can find it at any drugstore, and as you can see, it works amazing. Watch your step, you won't wake my mama and dad. So now I'm going back into the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm just going to take that same brush I used to apply in Fuego and the shade He Devil, and I'm just going to blend those on the lower lash line, again, to just give this eye look a little bit more heat, a little bit more sultriness to it. I mean, why not? And now I'm going in with this Marc Jacobs blush. This is one of the Marc Jacobs Air Blush. The shade I'm using is Kinks and Kisses, and it just gives a really nice natural pink flush look. I love the fact that these blushes also give a little bit of a highlight, and y'all know your girl loves any type of glow. And now I'm going in with the new Becca Maui Nights bronzer. I told you guys I didn't think I would like this, but I really like this bronzer. It just gives a really pretty warmth to the face. I know it looks red, but it blends out perfectly. So I'm just applying that again as my bronzer, just to warm up, give some color back to my face. And now for highlighter, I'm using the ColourPop Gimme More palette. This is their new highlighter palette. So I'm going to take two of the shades, the two gold shades. One's like a regular gold, and then the other is like a bronzy gold. And I'm just going to mix those two together and apply those on the high points of my cheekbones as my highlighter. And now for the lips, I'm going in with this new Urban Decay lipstick. These lipsticks released with the Naked Heat palette. This one is in the shade Fuel, and I'm just gonna apply that all over the lips. It's super pigmented, so I like to just apply a little bit at a time and then blend it out until I get it to the consistency that I want it. Then I just gotta get myself together, fix the accessories, fix the hair, and y'all, that is the completed look. So let me know what you think. Thumbs up for more tutorials, and whatever else you want to let me know, tell me down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this summer heat look. And until next time, bye YouTube.
And we know if we don't, we're the